Hey, I'm Fede Alvarez. I'm a writer-director of the new movie Don't Breathe. Well, basically, it's about these three kids in New York, sorry, in Detroit, and basically they're come from very bad neighborhoods and very bad homes, and they're just trying to make enough money to get out of there, right? And basically, one of them promised her little sister that she was going to make enough money to get her out of their bad home, and what they decide to do is to rob this blind man. They know this guy is stealing some money, and they're gonna bring it to his house and try to take that money. So, and because he's blind, at first they think it should be easy, like taking candy from a kid, because that doesn't sound like too complicated. But of course, they're very, very wrong, and the blind man end up being way more resourceful than you think, and particularly eventually when the lights goes out in the house, like the blind man doesn't need light, and they do. So all the tables are turned, and the movie start going into places that you'll never expect to go. And if I tell you anything else, it'll be spoiling you the movie. But this is just the tip of the iceberg, right? The most fun about making this film is that I could write and make the film without without having people having an opinion about it. Meaning, on Evil Dead, I opened my computer, I wrote the first word in the script, and I read people saying it's gonna suck, because nobody usually remakes of classics is not something that people embrace right away, right? And it took a lot of work and effort to turn those people around. And eventually managed to get a lot of the fans on our side. But with this one, the good news was that it was based on a white page and fresh and new, and not based on anything. And that was very important for me to make a film that was completely my own, that I could just start and write it and surprise the audience with, to get you to walk into the theater thinking you know what it's about, you've seen the trailer and you have an idea, but really taking you to a place you have no idea how deep it goes, right? The rabbit hole, and you have to go watch the movie to find out. But that was the intention. With Evil Dead, kind of people knew because there's a previous movie, so they can always know what to expect. With this one, it's more of a mystery ride, right? But what I think at the end, what everybody wants is please make good movies, right? It's not the quantity, it's the quality. And for me, it's always been about that. And my favorite directors, they make a movie every once in a while. They don't make a movie every year. And that's the only way to make good films, is just take your time, think real about what you're going to do, and think if that's a movie for you. And if you had come to the conclusion that it's an original idea and it has something fresh about it, that's when you do it. And that's the best thing for me. I'm not the guy that can wait to go back on set just because I want to shoot something. No. I want to tell a great story, and I want to give you something that is unique. And because I know when I'm going to the theater and I sit down in front of a screen, I'm always excited. The logo shows up, the movie's about to start, and we always believe we're going to change our lives. Most of the time, we're disappointed, and we go, "Oh man, no, that was terrible," and I don't want to do that to anybody. So I want to really work hard to give you a good movie. That takes time, not just to create it, but also to really think about this. What is the movie you want to do? So I always take my time, and as long as I can afford it, I'll do it. I'll take my time to think the next one. But I remember that I watched Oliver Stone's The Hand. That was kind of the first horror movies I ever seen. I was like 7, and that movie, it's a terrible movie. But when I saw it like that, it was amazing. It was super scary. It's so wrong in many levels, and it was the first time I saw a sex scene in a movie. It's just disturbing in many levels. And then I remember watching also about the same time, because I was just still in VHS from my parents that I was supposed to watch, and they were renting them, and they would tell me don't watch that one. And when they weren't there, I would take the movie and watch it. And I remember watching that and watching also a bunch of Akira Kurosawa movies that were very violent and very gory. I remember watching Ran. That at the very beginning, you have this woman be decapitated, and all this like rain of blood start flying out, and that's all in Evil Dead, right? It's really like you see how those things that you've seen as a kid make an impression on you, and then eventually when it's time to make films, it's impossible not to put those things in there, right?
Your lips look sore. That's how you're making your cash out there?
What do you say you and I move away from Mom together? It's a promise.
You're leaving?
Yeah, as soon as I have the money.
When are you coming back?
Never.
Yo, I got our ticket out of here. Rumor is this guy is sitting on at least 300K. Boom!
That's our guy.
Wait, is he blind?
Messed up to rob a blind guy, isn't it?
Just because he's blind don't mean he's insane, bro.
Guys, money's probably in there.
Who's there?
Stay right there.
How many of you are there?
Just me, man, all right? Just let me go, please. Okay, I swear to God.
We're trapped in here.
There has to be a way out of here. He's coming.
Now you're gonna see what I see.